We're live! Okay, hold on, let me put my gong down. All right, hey everybody, what's up? Welcome, welcome. We had some sound issues on our video already. I'm so sorry. We're muted. Am I muted? Just kidding. Okay, no, we're live. You can hear me now. We're gonna bring that video back later. Thanks for all of your support in our chat already. So I want to officially welcome everybody. My name is Gina Mariko Rosales, and I am the founder and director of Pinayista, and I'm so excited to welcome you to our third annual Pinayista Summit. I am here in San Francisco streaming from our live stream hub, and I'm just so thankful to be here with all of you. I want to give a shout out to our live stream hub right now. Can we go to that wide shot of where we're at, tech team? So we are here in San Francisco, and we are streaming from a hub with some of our board of directors, some of our planning committee, and some of our main stage speakers. You know, for me as a social extrovert, quarantine and coronavirus has been so hard not being in community with people. And with this event, I wanted to give some of our local folks the opportunity to be in community, but be together safely. That was really important to me to do this safely. So everyone here has been quarantining for the past week, and also everyone here has been COVID tested. So we are being as safe as possible so that we can be in community together. And I want to shout out all of the people joining us today. We have over 450 tickets sold to this event, and Pinays are coming in from all over the world: Netherlands, Australia, Ireland, of course the Philippines, New Zealand, Canada. I think were some of the places that people were joining us. I know it's like super early in the morning for some of y'all, so thank you so much for being here with us. So today I am channeling my Lola. So this is actually my Lola's jacket, and I have a photo of her on the altar, which we're going to show later during our grounding. I wore this at the first ever Pinayista Summit 2 years ago, and when we launched, and I'm wearing it again today because today for me is a bit of a relaunch too. This is our first summit as Pinayista. We just changed our name. We've been through so much in the past 6 months only, and I literally can't believe it. So it was just in April of this year, actually on 4/20, that we relaunched our brand Pinayista to the community. And why did we do that? Why did we change our name? Well, you know, for the first 2 years of our event, we were really just experimenting with events, with meetups, with happy hours, and we wanted to see what Pinays needed, what Pinays wanted in community. And initially we started as an entrepreneur network, because when I started my company 5 years ago, actually, I only knew 3 other Pinay entrepreneurs, and I did not feel like that was a space that I belonged in and that I was welcome. And it was those 3 Pinays that helped give me the courage, one of which was Irene Faye Dulier, who's here with us today and is part of our board. Yeah, Irene! And I was on a call with Irene when I was stressed about starting Make It Mariko, my event company, and I said to myself, God, who am I to do this? Do I know what I'm doing? Can I do this? And it was Irene who said to me on that phone call, no, fuck that. Who are you not to? Maybe she said the F word, I don't remember, but that's how I remember it in my head. But that meant so much to me, and I wanted to help bring Pinays together. But as we were testing out our programs, we realized there were so many Pinays that were drawn to our work that weren't traditional entrepreneurs. We had creatives coming, we had musicians coming, we had artists, we had educators who were interested in our community but didn't necessarily feel tied to that word entrepreneur. And so we wanted to welcome them with open arms. And so rebranding to Pinayista was the best way that we could do that. And I was so unsure at first, but now I 150% in my soul know that this was meant to be. And I'm so excited to welcome you all here as Pinayistas. So we rebranded, now we're Pinayista. And then we were like, okay, let's launch this shit, right? And so I had such cool plans for the rebrand. We were gonna do a photo shoot and a launch party, and then coronavirus hit. And we're like, okay, that's not gonna happen. So now what do we do? And it was another board member, Glenda Makatangay. Thank you so much, Glenda. We were on the phone. I was like, what are we going to do? Should we try to still bring people together and we'll just do a photo shoot like social distanced? And we were like, no, like why would we try to do that? So we instead launched with this campaign called Hustle in Place. And so we picked Pinays from all over the US who we felt really represented this new Pinayista brand, this expanded community of Pinays, and we asked them to do virtual photo shoots with us. We did photo shoots on Zoom. Shout out Adrian, who helped us with the virtual photo shoots, and we captured them hustling in place. What did that look like? What was the realness of where they were at? And it was so beautiful. I think on the screen you could see some photos of Adrian, the photographer, on the left, and Jenna Lynn from New York on the right. Of course, I participated from my new home office, and also we're able to incorporate these beautiful artists and creatives into our community. So we relaunched, and I'm so happy with how that came out. And then we just started rolling with virtual events. Like, I'm an event planner, so we had to pivot to stay alive. And then Glenda came to me again, and was like, hey, my daughter's graduating. I want to celebrate her. Do you have any ideas? Because graduations weren't happening. And I said, forget it, let's plan a Pinay graduation. So we did it. We launched a Pinay virtual graduation. In I think 3 weeks we planned that. And we had Pinays from all over the world again joining us to celebrate their graduations together. We had 8th graders, high school students, college students, and doctoral students graduating. One of the most beautiful moments to me was when we had an 8th grade grad hooding her doctoral student sister. And that was just such a beautiful moment to me because that would not have happened if not for this virtual space. So we just kept going with the virtualness, and we said, you know what, we've been wanting to launch our member program, let's do it, and we launched a virtual office. So for those of you who joined us on Gatherly last night, we had over 150 of you hanging out with us in our virtual HQ. We launched our Gatherly HQ space, and we launched our membership program on Mighty Networks. So we've been doing so much over the past 6 months. It's literally felt like a year. I cannot believe it's still 2020. I'm ready to move on. But anyways, here we are today, and the most important question we want to explore today as a community is, who is Pinayista? What does it mean to be a Pinayista? This is about you. Our theme today is We Are Pinayista. And so, going into that, who we are, thank you all for signing up, filling out your info. I'm looking at where we're at with our hustles. It's not just businesses anymore. 30% of our people identify as creatives or artists now. Last year alone, that highest number was business owners, and now our highest number is creatives. And I love that, and that's so aligned with where we wanted to go. Now we've got 28% health and wellness practitioners. We've still got the professional services, business folks, marketers, graphic designers, event planners. We've got 25% in education now, and then we've also got nonprofit folks. We've got retail and e-commerce people. We've got people who don't know yet, who are just starting out, and of course, like chefs, creatives, people in tech that we still want to grow those communities. So I'm so happy to see this broad network coming together as Pinayista now. And then even where we're at in terms of like where we're at in our hustle, 44% of you identify as aspiring. That means that so many of you are coming because you want to start something, and that's so exciting because that's how we want to build this community. But also, almost 20% are identifying as rooted, that you've been in this hustle, you've been doing this work. So going from me being a Pinay on my own to 3, now we have 20% of us identify as been in this hustle for a while. That gives me hope that now I have a community of Pinays to support me even in my work too, which is important. And then, of course, our vision with Pinayista is really circular. So wherever you are in your hustle, whether you're just starting or you've been rooted, we want these folks to be giving back. We want you to be learning, giving back, collaborating at every single part of your hustle, because this community doesn't work unless we're giving and contributing to it. Those are all the beautiful collaborations, has been the Pinays working together and giving back. And then with that in mind, I just want to give a quick shout out to our board of directors. Y'all were the first ever Pinayista planning committee, and after that year, we knew we had something special, and I tapped you and asked us to join our board. And our board's whole mission is to help me stay on track, help our team stay on track, help our program stay on track, and make sure that we're always going back to our mission of being rooted in Pinayism. Shout out Dr. Allison Tintianco Cubales, who's here in our live stream hub right now. None of this would be possible without you, and everything that we do is rooted in Pinayism. I say all the time, we cannot help each other in our hustles if we cannot be there for each other as sisters first. So our foundation is all about sisterhood first and foremost. Hustles come on top of that. So thank you, board, for keeping us rooted. And then so here we are back to this question of who is Pinayista. And I want to pose to y'all for the rest of this weekend before we kick things off and remind you that we are Pinayista. Pinayista is not me, it's not the board, it's not the planning committee, it's us as a community. And where we go as a community and how successful we are is all dependent on you and how you want to show up, how you want to build, and what you want to do with this sisterhood. And so I invite you today to take this weekend as an invitation to come be with us and collaborate with us, meet Pinays, reach out, and let's make some beautiful things happen. So thank you all so much for being here. I hope you have an amazing weekend. And I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to one of our other board members, Jennifer, who is going to lead us in an official grounding, and we're going to acknowledge our ancestor altar that we have going. So thank you all, and please welcome Jennifer.